I'd like to talk today about one of my favorite pistols I have here. A lot of the young people nowadays, they buy these semi-automatic pistols with these big capacity magazines, and the problem with that is they leave out all of the other kinds of guns that are out there. Handguns like revolvers. It's like no one cares about revolvers anymore. Maybe it's because I'm just old, and there's people out there probably saying, "Okay, Boomer, we know you like revolvers because you're an old fart." The thing about revolvers is that you can get them in some very powerful cartridges. This particular revolver that I have right here, I bought back in 1981. The reason why I like this gun, this particular gun so much, is because it's what they call a convertible. This is a Ruger Blackhawk in caliber 45 convertible. It will fire two different cartridges. It will fire your 45 ACP right here, a little close up here for the wife, and it will also fire 45 long Colt. And these are the two cartridges here. This is 45 ACP, this is 45 long Colt. To do that, it has two different cylinders. Right now I have the 45 ACP cylinder in here. One of the reasons why I love revolvers is because they're simple and they're reliable. Reliable. I remember seeing a video from a police officer, a woman police officer, by the way. She pulled over this guy for a traffic offense, and this guy turned out to be like a drug-crazed nutcase. And this guy came after this police officer with a knife. So she pulled her Glock, and she proceeded to start to empty the magazine in him, 9mm. And about halfway through emptying the magazine, her gun jammed. And luckily, this was a very highly trained police officer, because I've seen police officers who would just panic when that happened. But this police officer, she dropped that magazine, cleared that gun, and put another magazine in there within like just a little over a second. And she managed to ventilate this guy enough to kill him and stop him. But the problem with these Wonder 9s that all of these police people are using is that 9mm is not the greatest round to use, and the other thing is that having a 15-round magazine isn't a good it's not better or a substitute for having a good for being able to shoot good. I've heard so many times of police shooting 15, 30 rounds at one person. And the problem with shooting 15 or 30 rounds is that the rounds you don't hit this guy with, they're going past this guy, and you don't know how many people or innocent people can get killed or injured, or what kind of property damage you're doing. And this has been happening a lot. Anyway, we're going back to revolvers. I like this revolver because it's both in 45 ACP and 45 long Colt. 45 ACP is one of the cheaper pistol cartridges. 45 long Colt is a lot more expensive and harder to find. But what I did with this particular gun is I reloaded them for myself. In fact, both of these are my reloads. This is your basic 230 grain round nose lead bullet 45 ACP round. This guy over here is a 45 long Colt with a 455 grain hard cast lead bullet. Now, the interesting thing about the 45 long Colt in this particular pistol is this is a Ruger Blackhawk, and it is built much stronger than the Colt 1873 Colt Peacemaker that this 45 long Colt was originally designed for. If you tried to fire this round here in an original 1873 Peacemaker, it would blow the thing to pieces. This particular 45 long Colt is loaded almost to 44 Magnum power, and this gun can take it because it's a modern single action revolver with good metallurgy. Now, to check to see if this gun is loaded, you have to open the loading gate and you just go look through the cylinder. This is a 6-shooter. The nice thing about this particular pistol is that it has a transfer bar safety on it that makes it safe enough that you could carry all 6 rounds in the cylinder here, and it would be totally safe. There's no way to fire this gun unless you pull this trigger. which is brilliant. So this is a very safe particular gun. You don't have your extra special manual safety on a lot of semi-automatics out there. This particular cylinder in here is for 45 ACP right now. And the way you would load it is you just open your loading gate and you just start loading your rounds in here until you got your 6 rounds. After you fired it, what you would do is to unload the cases is you have an ejector right here, and that will eject the empty cases. Now you'd think that's slow, but you got to remember that you're shooting a very high power round in here, and if you hit someone with one of these, they're going to be in a world of hurt. Now I wanted to show you how to change the cylinders on this. Now if you look at these cylinders here, okay, I'm looking here, let's see, 5. No, it's this one here. Now if you look at these cylinders, there's actually scratches on the cylinder face that have numbers on it, and there are 3 different numbers that are scratched with an electric pencil on these 2 cylinders, and those 3 numbers, they correspond with the last 3 numbers of serial number. That's because these cylinders are hand fitted to each revolver. You just can't buy an extra cylinder and throw it in here. This gun has to be manufactured with the 2 cylinders fitted to the gun. To remove the cylinder, you press this button here and you just pull out the cylinder pin. And this was going to be hard on me. Now, here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Open the loader. Cylinder comes out. That's your 45 ACP. Here's your 45 long Colt. You push your cylinder pin back in. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to get the going. Come on. Why isn't this going? There we go. It's going. There we go. Locked in. Cylinder replaced. This is how you would load it. Now to, like I said, to get it out of here. So now empty again. Now this is a single action revolver, which means you have to cock the hammer before you can fire it. What is really nice about single action guns and the Ruger Blackhawk pistols in general is that the single action trigger pull is just great. It's just so smooth. Just nice. And I don't want to hear any whining about dry firing the gun. I just made this video just to show you one of the pistols that I like. For you people out there who look down your noses at revolvers, revolvers are great. Like I said, they're simple. They're very reliable. They can be even more accurate than your semi-automatic pistols. They can shoot rounds that don't shoot well in semi-automatic pistols like 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 41 Magnum, 454 Casull. And on top of that, a revolver is a distinctly American firearm. The modern pistol was invented in the United States by Samuel Colt. Now you people that sit there and whine about, oh, there's pepper boxes, that's the same thing. No, a pepper box is not the same thing as a revolver, please. Anyway, so I just hope you enjoyed looking at this, and I wanted to thank my wife. I shouldn't point a gun at her. I should like to thank my wife for videotaping this. I should for videoing this, and thank you very much.